I'm back. I'm going to take your coffee for you, okay? So now we're going to go back to the tax area. How you doing today? So this is a standard, this is an old doctor's office, so this is a standard room here. So go ahead on in and come in. So the first thing I do in my process is I have them sign a consent to use form. This is something that we call a packet in our office, and this is basically everything you need. With a standard walk-in or appointment, everything you need is all, so you don't have to scurry around and look for everything. So the first thing I'll do is, right out of the gate, is they have a consent to use form. So say, hey, listen, I try to make this lighthearted, and just say, hey, we're kind of turning into a doctor's office here, but this is just a form to allow us to use your tax information to go ahead and prepare your tax return. So I kind of say it with a smile, but I say it's just a requirement of the IRS, and that's what we're up against here. One thing you'll notice here, what I want to point out in these little videos is the things that I think that would people would gain knowledge from, or maybe get a little tidbit of information that would help them. So I have two screens, which is pretty standard in the Wise Owls. So a lot of times, like everybody else, I'll have 12 in one screen, or maybe QuickBooks in another, or something like that. But if you go around here, the one thing we do have is a third monitor. So what I'll do oftentimes is I'll take the W-2s or the information, and for example, basically I will go into the return, and what's beneficial about it is that I can basically go, how I start off the interview process is I go through, and I of course go through the demographic information. So this saves time and also lets them see. So what I'll say is, okay ma'am, thanks for signing that form there. Here I have your personal information. Does everything look correct? So they can have the opportunity to say, oh no, I'm not in restaurant management anymore. I'm actually, or just to go through everything. Some things we might breeze through. So we always seem to hit the phone numbers, but this is an opportunity for them to see it. So like I said, that's one thing that I feel is unique to the process. Okay, and then another thing throughout the interview process that I think is unique is the fact that we have two printers. So we have a standard workhorse printer out in the main area where we have we can duplex the pages and it saves paper, and also we can have it stapled automatically. So is that a big time saver? Maybe not, but at 5 seconds per whack, those things start to add up and kind of save some time and make it easier. So we go through, we try to, one of the things, we try to have Mr. Sharp come in, during each tax return just to say hello, or maybe even one of us in the family, so basically he'll come in and just make a little cameo, say thank you for coming. We try to get him sick of how often we thank him and everything. So that's one thing. Another thing that I think is unique for the people that are owning the offices, they want to see your face, and they want to see you say thank you to them with the genuine eye contact and everything. So one thing that just to get back on point here, one thing that other part of the interview process that I think is unique is that we have the two printers like I mentioned. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and print. We'll print the client set to the preparer's printer, the preparer's signature set to that printer, and then what we'll do is we'll print the client set to the main workhorse printer. So what that does is it allows us to have the client sign the signature forms, and then while they're signing, we get up and go and get their copies, and we also make copies of IDs. We try to only get up once. We'll get an envelope for any vouchers for balance due at that time or anything like that, and then we take the client copies, we put them all in a folder like a lot of us have in the group, and then like I said, with this packet as we call it, everything is all kind of buttoned up there. So we'll take all the forms, put them, they have a form for us, and then also the one thing I'd like to show next is the procedure that we have with our paperwork. So what I'm going to do here is everybody gets a magnet or some sort of parting gift. This year it's a magnet. Last year we had a jar full of candy. So it doesn't have to be a $20 Drake Software ink pen, or anything nice, but it's just something to show our appreciation. So we always do that, and that's something I think we picked up from people in the group. They're pretty good at that. So we basically we'll give them their client copies. We'll also staple referral coupons on the outside of the envelope, so we don't want to stuff them in there, because oftentimes people won't even open the envelope till next year or lose it. So we'll staple referral coupons and say, hey, if and basically one secret to us is we ask for the business. We say, hey, thank you for coming in. If you like what how your experience was here, just send a friend in, please. Send a friend in, would you? So that's important, I think, to mention too. So give them the envelope, we give them their magnet, and then we basically walk them out, which I'll do with you now. So, and then the main reason we walk them out is this building is kind of a maze. So basically, we'll make sure to kind of stand here and say thank you, and then they know where to leave. And then what I'll do is I'll take basically what I'm going to do now is have Mr. Sharp take you through the process of what happens when the tax return is done on our end. Now the client's left, okay, and then basically we're going to take you through what happens with the back office functions of everything. So I'm also going to throw in there what happens of how the options are to pay. So what I did here for our mock little example here is they did a bank product where the fees are all taken out of the check, so we don't have to have the conversation about money. But so that's all been taken care of. So we're going to take that envelope and show you how it goes from there. So thank you.